Today is the auspicious disappearance anniversary of our third disappearance anniversary of our most revered Srila Gurudev. He chose this particular day and the time to be at around 10:15 in the evening, in the night, to enter into the eternal pastimes of the Lord.
दिया था क्या? पहला वाला स्ट्रीम कैंसिल कर दिया था.
नहीं ओके इंटरनेट
अच्छा. So Srila Guru Maharaj, much to the surprise of all the doctors and to everyone, he had though the doctors had initially predicted when in Guwahati that he may not stay in this world for more than 5 days, and even at the time of the departure from the hospital from Guwahati, the doctor had not given any hopes that he would really be among us for a lot many days. So he advised us to go to Mayapur, that you don't think of any medical facilities available, just take him to Mayapur and let him decide on when he wants to leave. So this was what he had told, but still we had come to Calcutta and we stayed there. So after reaching Calcutta, Srila Guru Maharaj had performed numerous activities for the first 3.5 years, which are actually very difficult to describe, because previously Guru Maharaj was actively doing some activity, preaching or teaching, or some other devotional activity that was inspirational. But these 3 years, I would say, were particularly all internal, in the sense that those who could really want to connect with him internally, these are the 3 years that Guru Maharaj had given all of us an opportunity to connect with him internally. Because the pure devotees, Guru is not limited only to the body. He is beyond material time and space. He is not subjected to material time and space. So, and also a surrendered disciple, if he has a genuine submission to Sri Guru, then he can, within his heart, he can see him, within his heart he can hear his instructions. So in this way, Guru Maharaj had guided many sincere souls. Pujapad Turiya Shiv Maharaj, he used to say whenever there was any Harinam event or Diksha event that was planned, people were coming in so large number to register their names, because one thing was for sure, that they have not come across such a Guru ever before. They had not interacted with him, they had not talked with him directly, but hearing the glories of Srila Gurudev from various disciples, his disciples, they simply got so much attracted to his personality, and they were fearful that any time Guru Maharaj may leave this planet. Therefore they didn't want to delay getting their spiritual connection with him. I still remember when it was planned first, that was in January of 2014. We came in the end of December, I think it was 30th of December 2013, we came to Calcutta. And if my memory goes right, it was around 14th or the 15th of January, the first Harinam event was planned in Guru Maharaj's complete inner absorption state. He was in a state where he was not interacting with anyone. So that was the, I think, as far as my memory goes, that was the first day of initiation after Guru Maharaj had exhibited this severe illness pastimes, or the pastimes of Antaranga Bhajan, I would rather want to as, rather than the illness pastimes, the pastimes of, internal Antaranga Bhajan. He had enacted this kind of pastimes to show the kind of absorption that a pure devotee is in when he is completely suffused with devotion. And a pure devotee is completely suffused, and he's surcharged with the ultimate topmost stage of devotion. Then all his external bodily activities come to a standstill completely. There is a state where the pure devotees, they act outwardly so that others can learn. So there is still at that in those pastimes there is a a conscious effort by a devotee to come out of his internal state and to perform activities for the welfare of everyone. But here a state, he has completely gone within himself, and he was in the complete what do you call, when surcharged completely with the topmost mood of devotion. All the external activities of a devotee will completely be standstill. So that was the state Guru Maharaj was in those days. And Guru Maharaj was not actually giving any indications of external awareness, but still we have planned to give this Harinam initiations, organize this. So on this particular day, Guru Maharaj was brought on the wheelchair outside the veranda where Guru Maharaj used to go on the wheelchair. And many devotees, again I would say, if my memory is right, it was around 70 devotees that was in the first Harinam initiation after Guru Maharaj started in this Antaranga Bhajan. 70 devotees were sitting, and we were little careful that Guru Maharaj would not get infected with any of the sneezing or cough or anything, because he just freshly came out of the hospital. It was only 15 days, and at that age and with that kind of what do you call severity in the health, anything that would again catch him, any infection, then it would be very difficult. So we were little careful for all these things. But no matter what it was, everything happened according to his will. He came out, and then he was handing over the Japamala to all those fresh votaries. And Guru Maharaj was sitting on the wheelchair, and he was like totally in his own world, not interacting or not externally doing any of the activities. But then after the Harinam was over, the Jaidhwani was being said, Maratham Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, it was like everyone were saying very loudly. And as soon as everyone said this, Guru Maharaj had opened his eyes for the first time in so many days. After the hospital event, he had not even shown any glimpses of any external activity. But that was the day I have seen that Guru Maharaj had opened his eyes in public, and then he had, for a very brief time, and then he again closed the event. And as I was very close to Srila Guru Maharaj, I observed that yes, Guru Maharaj is accepting them now. As some may have a question that whether Guru Maharaj has really he has initiated it, or someone has taken the initiative, and then because Guru Maharaj is not speaking, it was done that way. But for me, that was the first confirmation that Guru Maharaj opening his eyes and then saying that yes, this is happening under my direction and supervision only. So that was the confirmation that I got. And not only that, a kind of a very, very personal feeling that came within my heart, But I was thinking, oh my God, how fortunate these devotees are. Some may say that I mean, particularly when they say that Prabhu, we did not get an opportunity to spend time with him, and we did not get to hear him, we did not get to see his pastimes. Some people say this, but on that particular day, I felt that wow, how fortunate are these devotees when Guru Maharaj, all his bodily limbs, sense organs are completely internal. He is completely absorbed in the internal state of bhajan, where even the gopis and the sakhas and everyone's bodily activities are completely they don't act, they're completely stagnant. So in such a state, completely suffused state of topmost devotion, these disciples, these devotees have become his disciples. So the bead bag that was touched by him in this particular state is not ordinary. I mean, I got this feeling on that very day. I mean, of course, pure devotee, whenever he touches anything, it's immediately spiritualized. But particularly when in that topmost, mood, and he's doing it, I felt that, these people are very, very fortunate. They may call themselves as, a little less fortunate because they have come late. But for me, I mean, they are very fortunate. You know, Prahlad, he had not taken darshan of Narad. He had not seen Narad. Many people they say why, I don't know why this point came, but many people they say that we did not get an opportunity to be with Guru Maharaj. But actually Prahlad, he never saw Narad Goswami, his Gurudev. He learnt whatever he learnt when he was in the womb. And he's such a topmost devotee. He simply followed the instructions of his Guru. Dhruva in his entire lifetime he got darshan only once of Narad Goswami. He is still such a top class devotee. Therefore, whether we are, whether how much we are associating with Guru or how much physical association we have with Guru is not something that is to be, weighed upon for understanding devotees, fortune. Any person who has taken the teachings of Guru to heart, he is actually topmost devotee and he is the greatest person. As we start, that Sri Guru is not limited to time and space. He can be seated in the heart of any living being, any devotee, anytime. So he is beyond all these calculations we can think of. So few days passed by like this in Calcutta, and devotees were coming and taking Harinam, taking Harinam. Pujapad Turiyashrami Maharaj, he was one day explaining, where are these people coming from? Maharaj is not going out to preach anywhere. He is not giving any instructions to anyone. He is not speaking Harikathas. But where are these people coming from? So he expressed his astonishment, but of course, that astonishment was for us, and he, gave a reply himself, saying that that itself shows the strength of Maharaj's bhajan, how much bhajan that Maharaj has performed, how much of submission he has to his own Gurudev, that even though he is not speaking, he is speaking to so many persons through their heart. And he is attracting innumerable persons, that like Nilesh Prabhu was telling yesterday, Guru Maharaj was going on the wheelchair and people were mad to take darshan only for 1 hour of that. From even far off places, it was in the middle of the night, but they would at least, okay, let me take for 5 minutes darshan for 5 minutes. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, I know, but let me take darshan for 5 minutes and then sleep. Many devotees I know who they are, but people were so much attracted by his physical presence, just his presence. And devotees were singing kirtans. Earlier we were singing kirtans, but those kirtans that were offered in front of him when he was there for that 1 hour, everyday kirtans are going on downstairs, but when kirtans were being performed in front of him when he was on the wheelchair, they were completely on a different platform. Completely on a different platform. Somehow, people will, devotees would feel that they are singing in front of God. They are singing in front of a person who is very, very dear to God. Therefore, they are reaching directly to the God. This was, the feeling, and people would come to take his darshan. From distant places. He was not speaking to anyone. He was not even smiling. Oh, how are you? Are you quite all right? He was not speaking any of these things that he was doing earlier. But still, how people were simply getting attracted. Pujapata Turya Srimara said that shows the strength of bhajan, and how much love he had offered to all the living beings, not caring for his own comforts, not caring for his own personal, facilities anywhere. He had, mercifully showered love and affection unrestrictedly on everyone. Now also I think he's restricting his showering his love. Suddenly it has become so cool. It was hot and it's so cool suddenly. The sun is now hiding. So I mean, these things are not accidental. These things are not happening by chance. This is, we are under his shelter, and it's very touching to see this, that anyone who has come under his shelter, he would not let him or her feel any kind of pain in the heart. I mean, he's such a master. Words cannot really describe him. So So Guru Maharaj was exhibiting these pastimes for several years, and he was attracting every individual towards him without any barriers, without any barriers. And I would tell about myself. Guru Maharaj told on innumerable occasions, sing the kirtans of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, sing the kirtans of Narottam Das Thakur, sing the kirtans of Mahajanas. Then I was never inclined to doing such, or I never took interest in doing such. But Srila Gurudev has mercifully, every day he would come out in the morning, and many times in the evening also. 2 times in the day he would come out, and he would let us sing that, because we don't want to sing it out of our own, even though he had instructed. But now he made us forcefully sit. Okay, I want to go out for 1 hour at least, engage me in some kirtan. So he's such an affectionate master that instead of chastising, which he is very rightly supposed to, or rightly, what do you call, eligible to do, as a master, he can dictate. But still, in such a loving manner, he had assumed such a state wherein he would force all of us to sing kirtans for him and accept it. And people from very, very far off distance would come just to see him in that, going on the wheelchair, and then waiting for, okay, will he ever respond to my presence here? I'm sitting here, does he know me? Anyone had any kind of doubt or any kind of faithful call from within, Guru Maharaj, do you know that I'm here? Then instantly they would feel either Guru Maharaj would open the eyes, or he would give some other gesture in some way that yes, I am hearing to you, I am listening to you, I am very much with you. And this, it's not, it's only my personal feeling, but it's the feeling that many devotees have got. I am listening to you, you are sitting, you know very much. I have been waiting for you. So in this way, he had, attracted all those persons. He only shared love and shared only love. Actually, he never ever asked for anything in, return. If anything asked for, just chant from the core of the heart. This was the only thing he had asked, but never ever anything for his, for his own personal thing. He only shared simply love. And that's what he knows. And that's what he only knows, nothing else. So, certain things are very difficult to explain. He is he only shares love. He's something beyond anyone's words, or you know even one's mind and imagination, that what the definition of love is, what the meaning of love is, how much can a person love. Probably no one knows what is the meaning of love, and if anyone in contact with him, then he would certainly see that actually what the true meaning of love is, what is the definition of love. So he is a whole embodiment of that love. All the love in the entire universe put together, he is that love actually. And his love has no barriers, no limitations, and is inexhaustible. It doesn't extinct at all. It's on and on and on and on. So that is his that is his personality. So several days passed by in this manner, and he engaged all of us in different ways. He gave us an opportunity to what do you call, offer our service to him uh, in a most intimate manner. Probably I would call myself as the most ineligible candidate for it. I mean, I'm not speaking out of some humility or anything like that, but it's a fact that I don't really what do you call, eligible for such a kind of intimate service opportunity that he had offered to me. And so intimate closeness, and loving him in a like a child. And he's exchanging such moments as if he's really a child and we are his caretakers. He was actually reciprocating to each of our such demands, and that would only keep us motivated more and more. Earlier, he was actively teaching us, he was preaching us, he was, instructing us, he was guiding us, and he was actually, whenever we are on the wrong path, he was actually bringing us back. But this time, he was actually everything was doing from inside. Everything he was doing internally. Whatever was there, it was all internal. And he was guiding also internally. And then the time came, it was in 2017, the time came, like every year, Guru Maharaj's appearance anniversary, several devotees, they have come for celebrating Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja. Nobody knew that it was going to be the last Vyasa Puja in the direct presence of Srila Gurudev. None of us knew of that fact. But like every year, all of them came with, great um, enthusiasm, participated in it. There were different kinds of offerings that were made to Srila Gurudev. Different devotees in various ways they have offered. Nice program was conducted. Guru Maharaj's washing of the feet and everything was done in a very grand manner. And if I remember, that year's Ram Navami somewhere happens to be on Thursday or Friday. So there was a weekend available for many persons who were working. So they had extended, leaves to stay with Guru Maharaj. So if my memory is right, it was on the 5th of April, that was Ram Navami. And devotees extended. I mean, usually after Ram Navami and the next day festival, many devotees would leave the same evening. But that time, it so happened that a weekend was ahead. So many persons who were working, they had extended their stay in Calcutta. Nobody knows, they thought that, okay, we are going to spend time, but, probably none of them could understand, not even I could understand that, Guru Maharaj had given some extra chance, 2-3 days more to be with him and to be, directly seeing him. That's why I said, these things are not coincidental. These have not happened by chance. So Guru Maharaj had given this opportunity that everyone come and stay. I think at least 50-60 persons, stayed even after Ram Navami. And then slowly devotees they left. back to their respective places. And it was on the 8th of Srila Gurudev, he had devotees, I think few devotees were still there, but on 8th Guru Maharaj had exhibited little symptoms of illness. There was a restriction of his darshan on that day or probably the next day. There was a restriction that because he was little unwell, so we didn't have that morning darshans that were going on like that used to before every day. So one day passed, 2 days passed, and third day also passed. We were giving the usual medicines that would that would better him on previous occasions. But this time, they were not having any good result on his divine body this time. So we were little worried that we are already on a higher antibiotic, which was the high potent antibiotic, and there was nothing available above that. I mean, there is something, but that would damage the kidneys. I mean, these are all material. I mean, I don't know whether I should be speaking these or not, but still, we were completely confusion what to do. And we are already on a higher antibiotic, and he's not showing any symptoms of improvement. But then all of a sudden something happened on the early hours of 12th, 11th night, early hours, somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping on the veranda where Guru Maharaj used to go on the wheelchair. The devotees who were in the night shift, taking care of Guru Maharaj, suddenly came running to me, Prasad Prabhu, please get up, saying that I thought some thief had come. I was like, what happened? No, Guru Maharaj is not well, please come quickly. Then, as soon as I entered into Guru Maharaj's room, it was a very, 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 difficult situation to explain. It was very, heart-throbbing situation. Guru Maharaj's health was very bad. We were restless, helpless at the middle of the night. What not to do? No doctors are available. Then we called one of the doctors, and then one Amitabh Mukherjee and one Dr. Sushmita Guharoy. So we called both of them, and both of them were not answering the calls, and I had been repeatedly calling. And then finally, Dr. Sushmita, she had lifted the phone because she had cut it so many times. I think I called from another number because my number was, something happened to my phone number. If I had called from my phone number, she would have lifted the phone. But, that day something happened to my phone, and then I had to call from some other's number. So she didn't lift the phone. And many times, after cutting so many times, maybe 10 or 12 times, then the 13th time she opened. She lifted the call and then said, this is Prasad calling from this such and such thing has happened. And then she immediately she started dictating to the night nurse. He was there, the nurse who was present. Do like this, I'm on the way, I'm coming. She asked that if vehicle or something. We tried everything to, bring her. Time she has come to the mat, things were little, settled by the nurse who was present in the night. But the situation was not very encouraging. The doctor, she immediately told, and at 6 or 7 o'clock, that the Dr. Mukherjee also came. So they declared that I think this is the time that Guru Maharaj is doing his final things in this material world. It is better that you inform all the devotees around, his well-wishers, his disciples, that ask them to come here and take his final darshan. Very difficult to digest, because all these years Guru Maharaj was there. He was present, he was performing pastimes, even though not speaking to us, but devotees were relishing that, and we were also relishing that as personal servants. But now, just think that he is no longer going to be among us. That thought was very, very, very fearful. I was totally devastated from within. I'm sure it's the case with all the sevaks and all the devotees also. Then slowly devotees started coming, and by that night, I think almost close to 100 devotees were in the mat. And by the next couple of days, we were getting close to somewhere 1,000 devotees in the mat. And the Calcutta Mutt was full of devotees. You could only see devotees. Any floor, any staircase, lift, hall, everywhere devotees. And devotees would only want to stay in the mutt. They wouldn't want to stay outside. Some devotees, because they had small children, they had to have some facilities for the children. But mostly devotees were staying in the mutt. With so many devotees present, the area was not so clean. The bathrooms were not so clean. There was to sleep, not even enough place to sit. The situation in Calcutta. But devotees were willing to perform all the austerities required. They just want to be in his close vicinity for whatever time possible. And we were trying as sevaks, we are calling various doctors, different persons, this, that, whether to get him admitted in the hospital or not was another debate that we had to take up at that point of time. But not getting into details, we have decided against it. We thought that it is better that Guru Maharaj at the mutt. So 14th, I had a very, very lengthy discussion with the doctors. Very lengthy discussion with the doctors, probably 2 hours of a discussion. The doctors were also very, I should say, friendly with us to, give consultation, everything free of cost. And they came to the mutt to personally see him and talk to us, give us consultation, and counsel us for such a situation. And then the outcome was that situation cannot be improved. That was the outcome. After 2 days, by the 14th, the outcome of the long discussion was that it cannot be improved unless he presents with another, greatest of the miracles. That is, he is a master of all those miracles. But unless he wants to perform miracle by himself, he is not going to stay with us. So that was the word that the doctors had, you know, and it goes without saying that all of us were very, very, very dull. We did not know what to do. I mean, we are totally, in a state of complete devastation, not knowing what we are heading towards. We are just, as if we are entering into a no man's land, without any knowledge. How are we going to stay without such a master? That was the situation of all of us. But suddenly, Guru Maharaj, again I would say, the love that he has, concern, his affection for each of his surrendered disciples, he saw that all of them are so much deeply engrossed in distress. They are worrying so much. I shall make some arrangements to deviate them from this state. He is such a master, that he wants to bring us out of all kinds of sufferings inside and outside. So he devised a plan that was that has come out through some of the devotees, senior god brothers of Srila Gurudev, that now you should perform Nam Sankirtan in this court of Maharaj. Sankirtan should go on 24 hours. That was the final verdict that had come. And then the devotees started performing Kirtan from the 14th night. The night of 14th, the devotees started performing Kirtan. And devotees started performing in a raised voice. And then there were Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavata, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, so many, scriptural recitations going on simultaneously. Devotees were lining up to get an opportunity to read those scriptures for Srila Gurudev. And devotees were queuing up themselves to, get a chance to sing kirtans for Srila Gurudev. The devotees are completely mad to cling on to any service opportunity that they would get. They would simply want to grab any opportunity that they want to get, that they are, that is available. So then Kirtan started, and by 15th afternoon or evening, slowly, as if the darkness has dispersed of all the devotees, they started to feel some fresh joy in the hearts. Even myself, I was totally devastated. I'm too young to be staying without his company, because I have it's not when I was only 7 years into the mutt by then, as a servant of Gurudev, and I was in such a very young state to be left alone, to go on by my own self. And of course there are so many other Vaishnavas, but Guru Maharaj nobody can replace. So such was the state, and when the kirtan started in this manner, by 15th afternoon or so, suddenly all of us saw a new joy in our hearts. We were singing, we were thinking that, oh my God, now one of the Matajis, her name Lavangalata Mataji, China, disciple of Pujapad Narayan Maharaj, she told, maybe I don't know how many days after that, maybe 1 or 2 days after that, hey, why are you so happy? Guru Maharaj is leaving and you are happy. I mean, she was very fired up on me. You are so happy, Guru Maharaj is leaving. How can you be happy? But I don't know why I was happy. I mean, even today I don't know why I was happy. All my pain was gone somehow when the kirtans were being sung in such a desperate cries for Gurudev. I was also, sometimes I would leave the service of Guru Maharaj just to come and sit in the kirtan. Wow, this is the best service. Whatever I'm doing is just a physical service. Whatever these devotees are doing, the best service. They are singing kirtans. Guru Maharaj always said, perform kirtan from the core of the heart, I will be satisfied. I thought that with their service, Guru Maharaj is more satisfied than what I am doing, sitting inside his room, offering medicine or offering some other physical service to him. So that had brought some greed in me. Oh, why am I not performing service to him? Why am I not singing kirtans for him? And then I would just go and then sit, and I would also do some kirtans. And his favorite kirtan, Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira, was being sung every day. And it's very difficult to say that how we were very joyful in the middle of so much painful state. The situation demanded pain, but completely opposite was going on in everyone's heart. Who made this arrangement? Other than Gurudev, who would have done that? No material person could have brought that joy, in such a state. Everyone were going to miss such a master, such a person, whom entire Gaudiya community calls as a star, the brightest star in the sky. The entire Gaudiya community calls him as the greatest star of the Gaudiya sky. And after his departure, they said that it's not lost just to Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, not to the Gaudiya Maths. For the entire world, it's a greatest loss. That was the words of, so many persons. This is the place it has happened, that Viraha Sabha has happened at this place only. So that was such kind of a person is not going to be present is going to leave us in next couple of days, or nobody knows for after how many days. But people were not worrying when he will leave now. People were worrying. People were rather, wanting that, oh, Guru Maharaj, give us more opportunity. We want to leave our jobs. We want to leave our children. We want to leave all our bondage, other family relations. We want to sit here and perform kirtan. Just stay with us. They were maddened with the love. That, we are ready to go to any extent. If our kirtans are keeping him, in this world, in the middle of us, we will do that. And then people, when that kind of enthusiasm came in the devotees, like day and night, in the night also the kirtan was so powerful. The kirtans were sung with, banging of the jumbo, the big kartal, so big, playing in the middle of the night, and the neighbors complaining, what's going on, what is this, stop this nonsense in the night, don't make such huge noise. There were complaints, not in this way but in some other way. Don't make such a noise, please, in the night at least calm down. They didn't yell at us, but they said, please don't do it in the night, because they know that Guru Maharaj is leaving, and Guru Maharaj has so many disciples, and they know that how much love we have. So they told that please calm down in the night, at least day you can do whatever way you want. But who could possibly stop anyone, that they were completely gone mad by the kirtans, the presence of Gurudev, that he is responding to the kirtans. Guru Maharaj stopped eating, Guru Maharaj stopped drinking, Guru Maharaj's pulse rate is going down, and the doctors are saying that kirtans are his diet now. Guru Maharaj is only eating kirtans now. Actually, he was not eating anything. His diet is only on kirtan. So when the devotees heard this, yes, okay, then we will supply more diet to him, more kirtans, more kirtans. And the situation, the environment in Calcutta was, beyond any world's languages. And people were simply performing kirtans. And some devotees, they said, hey, we didn't know that, such kirtans can be performed when, an acharya is leaving. We didn't know that such an offering can be made at the time of an acharya's departure. Our temple management also had not planned anything like that. But then the answer is, even we didn't plan anything like that. We didn't think that we should do it, nor did we plan from several days that in the end of Guru Maharaj's pastimes we are going to do like this. There was no any plan of such kind. But it was purely inspirational that Guru Maharaj, through the heart of all these devotees, he is simply making all of them jubilant by offering kirtans to him. And it was felt as if Shiva Sangan has descended to that particular place, where Mahaprabhu would perform kirtans in an unrestrained voice, dancing high in the air, completely maddened, intoxicated in the holy name. And all the devotees who were in the company of Mahaprabhu, they were also dancing in ecstasy. Now Guru Maharaj was dancing internally, so blissful, his face was radiating such a bliss. You cannot expect, with so many instruments on his body, but still his face was radiating a special kind of a luster nobody can imagine. And so he was dancing internally, and the devotees were literally dancing outside. Everyone is singing kirtans and then dancing. And after that, some days passed by like this, and then finally came the 20th of April. Srila Guru Maharaj is slowly, withdrawing himself. Kirtans are going on at the same vigor, at the same pitch, top pitch, never in the, the pitch has never gone down, never reduced. It's always on the high note. You cannot see anything like that. I have not seen anything like that before nor after. It was only that 7 days that we could see it. And I would say that was possible only because of Guru Maharaj's presence. All through the years he said that under the banner of Kirtan that has been propagated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all people in this world can stay united. Under the banner, the shelter of Nama Sankirtan, everyone can stay united. And actually, for us, for many of us, probably we thought, maybe it's very theoretical. But that theory has been practically shown to all of us that no, if your desire is to please Guru one-pointedly, if you one-pointedly take shelter to the holy name in order to please your Guru, then everyone, irrespective of any status, social or religious or any other ranks, they can stay under one shelter and they can be very peaceful and blissful. That was practically shown to all of us on that particular day. And then Guru Maharaj, slowly the 20th came. So many things happened in between. I don't want to go into all those details. Doctors came, the conversations, all these things only, indicated more and more of his divine power. The doctors were simply mesmerized and captivated by his divinity. They were left speechless by his, by whatever he was performing by simply lying on the bed. They could only say that we have not seen anyone like this before in our entire career. That was the only statement that was enough to say that it was his divinity that was actually what do you call, glowing in the middle of all those things. And then finally the 20th came. And the 20th came, and Guru Maharaj had he had his own plans that nobody was aware. But of course, by Guru Maharaj's activities all these days, Guru Maharaj had involved all of us to that degree that we were not feeling pain or the distress. But when the time came, 20th of April, around I think 10 minutes after 10 or so, the doctors said that I think Guru Maharaj might leave very soon. There were certain things that they were talking. But then immediately in my heart, a sense of fear again crept inside. I was, all these days I was not worried. Kirtans are going on, that kept me going. And when the doctor again said this, that Guru Maharaj, it seems like he may be leaving any time now. Then I just couldn't stand next to Srila Gurudev at that time. I thought, no, I cannot be here. I just came out and then sat in the kirtan. Just sent a voice to everyone who were taking prasad downstairs. Everyone had their prasad. And again, many call it as, even of course I also say that, he waited for all his disciples to have had finished their dinner, not in the middle of the dinner also. All of them had their dinner. And, I sent a word downstairs that all of you please come up and let us perform kirtans. And then I myself sat in the kirtan and I asked Narsingha Maharaj to sing Radha Kunda Tata Kirtan. And then that kirtan was sung. And then suddenly, the message from inside Guru Maharaj's room came that Guru Maharaj had, left the world. Then, even though he had prepared all of us for this particular day, actually he had been preparing us for so many years, because for several years he had been telling that we are not the body. I may go any time. I may leave this planet any time. I might have to go. When the time appropriate comes, Krishna will come and take me. All these things he spoke over several years. But then, still, we are so much, used to seeing with our own material eyes and used to listen with our material ears, that he had slowly withdrawn himself, stage by stage, step by step, gradually, until he had completely, reached to a state of Antaranga Bhajan where he would not speak at all. And then in that also he gave a time period of 3 years. Okay, adjust yourself. I'm going to go soon. You have to hear the voice of me from within your heart. Not, I'm not going to speak outside that you can hear from, my mouth directly, but you have to listen from within your heart. So he had prepared us for 3 years by staying on the bed in his complete Antaranga Bhajan. He had been preparing us for this situation. And even after the 3.5 years, he did not suddenly disappear. On the 12th, he had a problem, such a severe problem. He did not leave on the 13th or the 14th immediately. But he again gave all of us the time. Now I am giving you the final time, adjust now. Try to get joy from within. By performing Sankirtan, I am there with you. And you can listen my voice from inside your heart. He had given this instruction in the last 7 days. He gave us more time to understand and he also gave time for those persons who are waiting outside the country to come. Many people were willing to come. I heard from Ananga Manjari, you might also have heard. She was telling that I wanted to come, she tells on Monday or by Monday or someday she wanted to be here, and the flight was cancelled, and then the next day she booked the flight. uh, and then when she booked the flight, I think she had some vision that by Monday Guru Maharaj would leave. I think Guru Maharaj left on Thursday, I believe. It was Thursday, if I'm not correct. So she had some, kind of a message that she got from within that Monday is going to leave. So she wanted to be in India by Monday latest or by Sunday, but that flight got cancelled. And then she booked for another day, the next day, the following day, and then she was traveling by some train to get to a place where she had to take the flight, and then the train got stopped somewhere in the middle, and it wouldn't move because something has happened. And she was, what, oh my god, what's happening, I want to get there, what's happening. And then she came out of the train, and then she got caught hold of some other gentleman who would willingly drop her at the airport to take the flight to India. So I mean, things are not coincidental or chance. Any person who had eagerly prayed from within, Guru Maharaj was there to answer all that. And then, she finally arrived, I think by Monday or Tuesday she arrived here, but Guru Maharaj was there till Thursday. There are so many devotees there, probably, everyone has not shared. Probably there are so many devotees like that. I know Abhimanyu, he was also saying that, I want to come. Is it the right time to come? What do you say? I said that come, don't worry, he will be there. Whether he is there or not there, at least you'll get a final glimpse. Please come. And those persons who missed all this, Guru Maharaj gave his darshan before his samadhi. There were some persons who missed it, when Guru Maharaj was, still performing his living pastimes, they couldn't make, but then they could make by the time before he was given samadhi. So anyway, the thing is that Guru Maharaj waited for all these persons to come. And in another way, he had instructed all of us by staying all these years, staying completely aloof from us, at the same time giving us instruction from within. And after giving all these instructions, finally on the 20th, he decided to depart. What is time now?
5:30.
5:30? Okay. So then he was, I'll quickly jump to other things. He was brought to Mayapur the following day on the 21st. And on the way, so many devotees, he stopped by at several places, 5 to 6 places, and at every location, people were simply madly crying in desperation of, feelings of separation. And actually, after he has disappeared at 10:15 on 20th, my mind was completely blocked. I didn't know how to react to it. I mean, literally, when I think today, I didn't know how to react to it. I was like, completely, my mind got blocked. I should cry, I should weep, I should beat my chest, or I should be okay, I should be happy. I mean, my mind was completely blocked. I was not doing anything. But it was on the way that we were coming to, Mayapur, in the cart that Guru Maharaj was sitting in. I was sitting in there. I think it was in the cart after it crossed maybe Barasat or something. The first drop from my ears came out. It was only after that. Till that time, I couldn't even realize what was going on. It was like as if something, as if I don't know anything. But by the time I realized that these things have happened, actually, that the first drop of tear that came from me, I still remember it was in the vehicle that we were coming with Guru Maharaj. With all the flashes of the past, how much love, how much care, how much affection that he had showered at each and every single step to such an unworthy disciple as me. How can I pay it back now? Where is that person, to who has, who has embraced even such a faulty person as me, you know, that does not, that only indicates that what magnanimity he has got, what level of magnanimity, that, you know, I had been committing offenses to him, I had been, you know, committing so many things unto his feet, but still, you know, he was only sharing love and affection. Oh my God, I mean, I'm not going to see him again from tomorrow. So that was the first feeling of separation, or first feeling of, you know, pain that I got. And we reached an entire path. I was in such a dull state. I don't know what to speak. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I was completely in that. But again, after we reached Mayapur, Guru Maharaj again brought all of our spirits up. Kirtan, followers, you know, crowd, flood of devotees following behind him. So many devotees simply following him. Seeing that so many persons are following him so madly, I mean, I think last year, end of last year, I was in Vamanpukur. You know Vamanpukur? It's about 2.5 kilometers from here. I went there to fetch one thing from one of the shops. I sat there and he asked me, from which mutt are you? I said that I am from Sri Chaitanya Gauri Mutt. Oh, that Maharaj whose final ceremony was made in the entire streets of Mayapur. Oh Baba, we have no words to describe it. I mean, after 2 years, a person is remembering, after 2.5 years, a person is remembering that you are from that mutt. I mean, mutt identity is by the identity of that thing that has happened in Mayapur in those days. So many people, and you know, nobody is able to walk also, and everyone simply followed him. Oh, you're a disciple of that Maharaj. Oh. A shopkeeper is telling this. I mean, this will describe what has happened on that day. I mean, I don't have to get into the details. People who are not directly connected per se, they were, you know, speaking about that particular day, 21st of April 2017. They were speaking of that day. That has happened on that day. So many people came, and the final samadhi things were, being planned and organized. And then Guru Maharaj went on all the way to all the mutts on the way to Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Mutt. Guru Maharaj came here, he was there in the night, but still Param Pujapad Puri Goswami Maharaj, very, very dear to Srila Gurudev. He is very dear to Srila Gurudev. So he had visited all the mutts starting from, Chaitanya Mutt all the way to our mutt. But from here to the ghat, there are, few mutts that are still left behind, and in which Param Pujapad Puri Goswami Maharaj's mutt is one. So Guru Maharaj, we know how much, submission and reverence he had to Param Pujapad Puri Goswami Maharaj, that he, inspired from the hearts of, the devotees, that Guru Maharaj should be going to Puri Goswami Maharaj, because last night he didn't go. And also people from that particular place had, invited, oh, Maharaj went to all the places, he didn't come to me. You see the love. I mean, it only shows the love. Why will a person get such kind of a love? When will a person get such kind of love? Only if he had showered it on everyone without any restrictions. Without any restrictions of the bad. You are my disciple, you are not my disciple, you are of that mutt, you are of this mutt, or you are of this country, you are of that country, or you are of this race and you are of this race. No. Beyond all these things, he had shared simply love to everyone, and this is what he had, got back at that particular point of time. Devotees were calling him, please, please bring Maharaj here, please bring Maharaj here. We also want to, invite him in our mutt. We also want to welcome him. We also want to serve him. Please bring him here. And Pujapad Jayapatak Maharaj, he also had such a love to Guru Maharaj that he was praying repeatedly, you have to bring Pujapad Maharaj here, I have such a deep connection with him. And then, previous day he was there, but he didn't go inside. He wants that, no, Maharaj should come inside, he should accept our, welcome. Otherwise, we will be devastated. We will not have another opportunity to serve him. The what he had given to our organization, what he had given to us, if we cannot do this now, if we cannot, offer this service to him now, then we would be deprived of it. Jayapatak Maharaj was, pleading through his disciples. So, if anything like that was, prayed from within, Guru Maharaj was answering each and every little prayer. He went. It was not planned. We were thinking that, we had some celebrations here. If we go there, then we will be delayed. But the thing is, it's Guru Maharaj had inspired, and then we went there. We went there, and all the activities got delayed here. Guru Maharaj Samadhi event got delayed here, and it is after that we came to know that some of the devotees wanted to come and join, but they got delayed. They were stuck up with some local train or something else. They are not able to come. So probably Guru Maharaj is, giving an excuse that he will go there or there or there, whatever he wants to satisfy. Of course, one. Other thing is that I am waiting for some persons who are waiting there. They are stuck up with, no local train or something. They want to come and see me. They want to get my darshan. So my samadhi cannot be given before they come. So in this way, Srila Gurudev had answered the prayers of every single little soul who had, submitted to him from within. And then the samadhi event took place on that particular day. And then, he had deprived all of us ever since from his physical association. But he had given so many instructions. He had given so many nice disciples. He had given a very big family to all of us. If we stay in this family of devotees, if we stay in the company of the devotees who have associated with Gurudev, that is going to, help us get along in this, while living in this material world very freely to the Supreme Lord's abode. So anyway, I just wanted to read Srila Guru Maharaj's final instructions, because our Gurudev, as yesterday Madan Gopal Prabhu, he was also saying, and it's a very nice point, that Guru Maharaj always used to read the final instructions of Param Gurudev on the date of his departure, final instructions of Prabhupada on the departure day of Srila Prabhupada. So it is our to follow that ideal. I have actually in this book, the sweetest book, I had actually collected the last few, I heard the last few lectures of Guru Maharaj, personal conversations, all the instructions that he gave, because there is no that date on which Guru Maharaj had given the final instructions, like Param Gurudev or Prabhupada, there is a date on which they gave, but Srila Gurudev had not specified any particular date. So I heard all the lectures of past few years, not few, at least few months, to collect all the instructions that Guru Maharaj had given. So which I would want to read very quickly. So I would not be explaining, I will just read because it's already time up. So I will just read quickly, and then Srila Gurudeva's final instructions. Before Srila Gurudev exhibited his pastimes of silence in November 2013, he often repeated particular instructions to his disciples and the devotees in his last few Harikathas and conversations. Those pithy instructions are summarized below. This human birth is very rarely attained, and it is solely meant for worship of the Supreme Lord. To worship the Supreme Lord means to follow his instructions. After passing through many births, this human birth is attained, but we have no remembrance of all our previous births. Jalaja Navalakshani Sthavarshati Krimayo Rudra Sankyaka Pakshinam Dashalakshakam Trimsha Lakshani Pashava Chatur Lakshani Manusha. There are 900,000 forms of life in the water, and 2,000 forms of trees and other plants, 1.1 million species of insects and reptiles, and 1 million species of birds. There are 3 million varieties of beasts and 400,000 human species. So, we must pass through 8 million different forms of life before we come to the human form of life. This precious human birth can be lost at any moment. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur said that the only and immediate duty in this human birth is to endeavor for one's eternal welfare. Labdhva sudurlabhamidam bahusambhavante manusyam arthadam anityam apiha dhira turnam yatetana patedanu nritya yavan nishreyashaya vishaya khalu sarvatas syat. After innumerable births, we have been born as human beings. Therefore, this human birth is very rare. Although it is impermanent, it bestows the highest benefit of serving the Supreme Lord and the attainment of the highest object permanently. It is actual duty of all human beings to try their utmost to achieve the highest welfare. Therefore, a person who has actual knowledge will endeavor for their highest eternal welfare before another death occurs, because in all other births we can connect with non-eternal worldly objects which cause intense suffering, but one's actual eternal welfare is not possible. We are simply infatuated by the external beauty of this material world, but what we can see if our eyesight is lost? What is the value of these material eyes and ears? This Supreme Lord and his associates cannot be understood by any material sense organs. Atah Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyai sevon mukhehi jihvado swayameva suratyadaha. The Supreme Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes, etc. cannot be perceived by the material sense organs. They are self-manifest to the transcendental sense organs of a devotee who renders service unto him. Then he says, do not blame others, do not harm any living entity. Bona fide sadhus will never give up their nature of tolerance and mercifulness, even if oppressed by others. They are serving Supreme Lord Sri Krishna always. His pleasure is their only target. Perform Hari Bhajan in their company and you will get the actual fruit. On the occasion of Srila Gurudev's 89th Vyasa Puja in Calcutta on April 23, 2013, he delivered his last Hari Katha, in which he emphatically said, remembrance of Guru, Vaishnav and Bhagavan destroys all impediments to the path of devotion and easily enables one to fulfill one's devotional desires. If we do not have faith in an actual bona fide Guru, in a pure devotee and in Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, then none of our spiritual practices will bear any result. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is an eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you think of him as an ordinary householder and that his teachings are ordinary, all your devotional practices will become zero. His contribution cannot be equaled or surpassed. Our most revered Gurudev used to say, you need do nothing else other than to translate Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books into world's various languages, and you will have performed the greatest act of welfare for the people of the world. Before our most revered Gurudev departed from this world, he gave his final instructions. If we do not follow those instructions, we are in a great danger of heading towards self-destruction. Be careful. So these are the instructions, final instructions that I tried to collect from his last few lectures and conversations. So I pray at the feet of all the devotees, the Vaishnavas, God brothers, Guru Varga, and everyone, that may he give me strength to follow the instructions that he had given word by word, letter by letter, and make my life successful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Patit pavan Srila Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. तदीय शुभ तिरोभाव तिथि पूजा महा महोत्सव की जय. जय श्री श्री नवमी तिथि वरा की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल.